I had a car wreck last year in November.
Okay.
And the person ran the stop sign and hit me, and I was going through the process of them trying to see what was going on, and they came back and said I was 15% liable.
Right.
But at the scene, the cops gave them a ticket for running the failed to yield at the stop sign.
Right.
And I just want to know, how can I be 15% liable when they came out of the road and hit me? I was coming down Halls Mill Road.
Okay.
And they came out McGowan Park.
Okay.
There's no way I could have been liable for that.
Right.
Because they said it was the part of the car that I hit them at.
Right.
I just don't understand that.
Yeah, Joe, this is not unusual, and essentially what they're doing is they're trying to pull one over on you. I've got a case right now that they came back and told my client that they were 10% at fault. And I've had some that say 15, some that say 20. What they're doing is in the state of Alabama, and there's not many states like this, kind of like what I talked about earlier with the guest passenger statute, where we're the only, maybe the only state still with that law. We're also one of the few states that have what we call contributory negligence. And basically that stands for the premise that if the other side can show that the plaintiff was even 1% at fault, or 2%, or 10%, or 15% at fault, then they get off the hook completely. And so if they show that you were just a little bit at fault, then you do not have a claim. And in most states, what they do, let's say Mississippi, if you're 10% at fault and you go to a trial and you get an award, give or take a little bit, what's going to happen is they just simply take away 10% of your money. If you get $10,000 at trial, they take away 10% and you get $9,000. In the state of Alabama, if you're 10% at fault, you get nothing. And so these insurance companies, what they try to do, they try to, they tell you this in hopes of you going away. But from the based on what you told me here, it sounds like you absolutely were 100% in the right. Do not fall for them. But now that they've already established that, that's when, unfortunately, you're going to have to go get a lawyer, because they've already dug their heels in, and so now you're going to have to go get a lawyer.